Hello and welcome back another Friday here on Valley FM. Today I will be the only host but like the normal ones, but the normal director of the show, Pereira, will be helping me.
Hello.
Since Álvaro de Esteban, my normal partner, he had appendicitis and he's now at home. So to begin with the show, we'll say that there's a 400 euros cultural prize that Jorge Luján will talk about in a few minutes, and it's pretty interesting. From now, we start with some random facts. Who are they presenting them?
Arriba Sangdong will be showing this, like always.
Hello.
When you want, guys.
So today we will be talking about 8 new random facts you didn't know until now. Number 1. Galileo's middle finger is on display at the Museo Galileo in Florence, Italy. Number 2. According to a poll of 11,000 Americans, 84% of vegetarians and vegans return to eating meat. Number 3. Sleep literally cleans your brain. During slumber, more cerebrospinal fluid flushes through the brain to wash away harmful proteins and toxins that build up during the day. And number 4. Arribas, did you know how the fear of long words is called?
I would like to know, Donny.
Well, I'm sure I'm going to say it wrong, but I'm going to try. So, the fear of long words, ironically, it is called hypopotomonstrosecipedaliophobia.
Very interesting, Donny. Let's continue. Number 5. The first pair of Nike running shoes was made in a waffle iron. Number 6. In Queensland, Australia, it is illegal to own a pet rabbit unless you're a magician. Number 7. The wood frog can hold its pee for up to 8 months. And last but not least, Donji, do you know that the annual number of worldwide shark bites is 10 times less than the number of people bitten by other people in New York?
Wow, that's pretty strange, no?
I know. And that's all for now. Thank you for listening to us and see you in the next week.
Thank you, boys, and that was amazing. So now for the question of the day, what is your favorite song right now, Pereira?
Well, not really, because right now it will sound strange, but the music that I most hear is classical music for studying
For real?
and relaxing, you know. But Abella, you, what is your favorite song right now?
Well, right now I don't have a favorite song. I like to listen like all type of music. I don't have any preference.
Well, coming back to the classical music, have you heard Adagio Sostenuto from Beethoven?
Well, I'm not gonna lie you, I don't know the names.
You don't know the
I
names?
just hear playlist and you know.
No. I feel... no, that wasn't...
Maybe if I
no.
hear it, I could say you yes.
You
this,
know it,
but
because it's really famous and it's really good. Well, now moving on, we will have our normal football section after a few ads.
Hey you! Yes, you! The one who's hearing this! Is your backpack too heavy? Your back hurts, you have bad posture, and you also feel like you get smaller every time you carry it? Say goodbye to all these problems with our new robot, the multifunctional charger. It has a platform that will carry your backpack without you noticing. It also comes with a built-in system that will straighten your back in 3 weeks of continuous use. Request it right now for only 120 euros. And if you are one of the first 5 to call, we will send you the 300-page manual with all its functions at half of price. Do not miss out on this unique offer. Tired of leaving school and having to take the bus? Do not suffer anymore. Now, with our premium limousine service, you can go home comfortably, and the best thing is that you will not have to share a seat with anyone. Before, at 50 euros a month, now only at 49,99. Do not miss this incredible offer. Call now and get your premium limousine service.
Are you tired of studying and forgetting everything the day after the exam and you are too lazy to make your own cheat notes?
We present you the Tunetator, a web page that we put at your disposal
where you can create your own cheat notes and where you can also find other people's cheat notes.
You just have to copy the text you want to include in your cheat note and select the size of the cheat note. You can select typex model, water bottle model, or just a small piece of paper. Solitator, don't study anymore.
Are you tired of trance music? Do you want to escape of reality for a few minutes? Just listen to Nothing Good's band new single, Nerd, which will be released the next month in Spotify and YouTube. Its components are former students of this school who created the group in 2018. The last year they released 2 singles, Wilco and Late Night Club, and also gave several concerts. Don't forget to listen to this single when it's released, because Nothing Good is the band of the moment.
Welcome back. We will start the football speech with Andres, Juan, Maesa, and Bonjo.
Hello, here we are one more week, and first of all, we're gonna start. Hello, here we are one more week, and first of all, we're gonna start with the Champions League draw of the quarterfinals. So, can you tell us a little bit about it, Bonjo?
Okay, we have the first with Chelsea Real Madrid, the semi-final of the past year. Then we have Manchester City, Atletico Madrid, Villarreal, Bayern Munich, and Benfica, Liverpool. Guys, I want to hear you which team is think you're going to pass to semi-final.
Also, the winner of Real Madrid versus Chelsea will play against the winner
Manchester
of
City
Manchester
or
City.
Atletico Madrid.
So for me, I think that Real Madrid is gonna go into the next round, into the semi-finals, because I think that in normal conditions, I think that Real Madrid is not able to compete against Chelsea, but knowing what is going on right now inside of Chelsea's institution with all of the Abramovich thing, I think that they are not focused enough in order to beat Real Madrid in a quarterfinals of a Champions League win. Then for Manchester City, I think that Atletico they don't have any chances against Manchester City. Same happens with Villarreal against Bayern Munich.
And same happens with
the same happens with Benfica and Liverpool.
I think the only match that is more balanced is Real Madrid Chelsea. I think it's a difficult match for Real Madrid, but we see what Real Madrid did against PSG. So I believe in this team.
Even as a Barca fan, I want to say that I think Real Madrid in Champions is different, and they also will have Benzema, so I think they will pass. And also talking about Real Madrid, I want to ask you guys, how are you about the 4-0 versus Barcelona in La Liga?
To be honest, I didn't watch the whole match. Like around the 17th minute, I turned off the TV because I didn't want to watch the match anymore.
TV? You didn't go to the stadium?
No,
this
my
time?
parents went to the stadium this time.
Ah.
Because the second game of this quarterfinals leg for Real Madrid is on my birthday, so I'm gonna go into the stadium against Chelsea and not against Barcelona.
A better option because
because seeing what happened in Bernabeu this past week, for me it was
the 4-0, right?
Yes. And it was a disgrace because for me Real Madrid has to play every match like it was a final, even more a clásico, you know.
Yes, but I think that Barcelona take this match like the final of the Champions League, and Real Madrid, as always, I don't know why, they take this type of clásicos like a normal match in La Liga. But well, I see Barcelona fans like so excited, and you are 12 points below in Europa League. I don't think you can.
With 1.5 billion euros in debt.
In debt.
Well, I think as a Barcelona fan,
You sold the stadium name to
Spotify
for 5 million.
For 5 million euros. I
Okay.
think that's ridiculous thing.
That what you are saying about Spotify, I think Barcelona is very bad in terms of money, so he is starting to do silly things to earn money. And about the celebration of Real Madrid, I think with the bad season we are doing, is very good to win 4-0 Real Madrid, and I think we can achieve the second place in La Liga this year and even win the Europa League. That taking into account how we start the season, I think is not a bad thing.
Well, if you want to be like probably, I don't know, not to be in the 8 better teams in Europe. If you are happy with that.
What about next season?
Next season?
What would you think? Do you think Barcelona would do well?
I think it's going to be better, but Barcelona they are going to have like 2 years that are going to be a bit bad, but we can do better in Champions League this year. I'm for sure of that, and maybe winning La Liga is also one option.
Yes, but I think the next year.
And in my opinion, I think the opposite, because UEFA has released a new rule 2 days ago that it's just gonna let teams spend 70% of their incomes. So I think that's a really big problem for Barcelona, as they don't have any incomes and they are in debt with 1.5 billion. So they are not gonna be able to make any signs, because if they do that, the problem is that they are not gonna be able to compete in any UEFA competition, neither the Champions League or the Europa League. So I think you have a problem in there.
And also I think that the difference the next year in La Liga is going to be bigger than this year. With all we know that Mbappe is, I think it's obvious that he's signed.
He's coming to Madrid.
He's coming to Real Madrid, and I think that with Mbappe, Barcelona have any chance of doing anything in La Liga.
Okay, no, and I want to talk about now about the World Cup qualifiers.
May I interrupt you? Isn't all years the same with Mbappe? Like every year
No,
I hear Mbappe is coming to Madrid and then he never comes back.
He finishes the contract with PSG, so he signs with Real Madrid for free.
Sing a new one.
The thing about
It's
Mbappe
obvious.
is that he didn't come before because the president of the PSG they didn't let him come to Madrid. That's the thing.
Okay.
Because Madrid were making offers of 200 millions
Ridiculous.
and 120 millions, which are way above the market value
With
of
6
Mbappe.
months of...
And even though the PSG president didn't let him go away from PSG, so that's the thing, because he didn't come before. And now we're going to talk about these World Cup qualifiers, in which Portugal has won 3-1 against Macedon.
No,
Sorry,
2-1.
3-1 against Turkey, which was I think it was a really easy game for Portugal, but with the nerves and stuff, Turkey had a penalty in the 25th minute
tie the game.
to tie the game, and they missed it. And then the surprise was from Italy, which
They were eliminated by Macedonia.
By Macedonia in the 92nd minute, and this is the second World Cup, the second consecutive World Cup for Italy, in which they are not going to play a World Cup. And we're talking about Italy, which is the second national team with the most World Cups in history.
For me, it's a good news, because I think we are going to see Cristiano Ronaldo in another World Cup.
Yes, but
probably.
I would rather to be Italy. I would rather for them to be in the World Cup, because I think that the World Cup is a tournament in which all of the football fans, they want to see the best national teams. But I agree with you that I'd rather to see Portugal and Cristiano, which is probably is gonna be his last World Cup, the same as Messi's. But if I had to choose, I would rather to have Portugal and Italy, both of them in the World Cup. I know that's not possible, but I feel it is the same for Italy.
And the European champions.
Yes,
that's the surprise about it. Like 2 months ago, they won 2 years ago, or 1 year ago.
1 year.
1 year ago, they won the Euros, and now they are eliminated from the World Cup. And then we have got, Wales too, which won against Austria
with 2 goals from Bale.
2 goals
that Bale plays like Messi in Wales and in Real Madrid. Well, I don't know if he's in the squad.
Because he's a star there, because Wales are not a good team.
Yeah, the thing is that
he could have been a star in Real Madrid.
He could be something.
And he races from all the matches, and he said yesterday that he's been preparing this match for 2 months. So that means that he's been training in Real Madrid institutions, not for Real Madrid, but for Wales.
That's Gareth Bale. If you know Gareth Bale, that's what he's like.
Yeah.
So I think it is the same, because he's a really good player. I think he's on top of he's one of the top players in the world, but he doesn't want to play in Real Madrid.
Do you think Ronaldo will do well in the World Cup?
I hope so.
Portugal, I think that Portugal have a good national team. I think they can make a great World Cup. But Cristiano Ronaldo is 37 years old, so it's a lot. But I'm confident.
I think that England is going to win the World Cup.
Who?
England.
You think England will win the World Cup?
Yes.
Yeah, but for the last 6 years, every big tournament is England is going to win it. England is going to
Just
win it.
thinking about that, they went into the final of the Euros, and
Yes, and
now the
Italy
players
won the
are
Euro and-
yes, but the players are now more developed than
Yeah, but
No, they are a great candidate to win that.
They went to the final beating Czech Republic, beating Denmark.
Okay, but I
Well,
don't know. I think that
Germany in the semi-final.
they have a really good
Yeah,
squad.
but Germany.
Spain used to be the same. For me growing up, Spain every year, people used to say
Well-
Spain are going to win, Spain are going to win. And then eventually you did. But before that, you didn't for a long, long time. They could go the same. But I'm not sure, because England has some youth players. Because England has some youth players, so maybe. Because they're starting to come through now. Like Sancho, Sacco.
Yeah,
I think that they are going to win. If not, I think
France.
that
I think France
France
is always a
or
candidate.
Brazil. I think that Brazil is another candidate.
France, yeah, they used to have France as well.
And that's it for today, and I hope to see you next week.
Well, thank you. Well, we would like to make an announcement, and is that there will be an English literary contest here.
There is a short story and a poetry categories, and the submission deadline is the 7th of April. Yeah. The winner will be announced in the last week of April.
So to all those creative writers that are here in school, get to work and win, because we are all with you and we know you can win it. Now we'll move on to random news with Miñana Abella Luján.
Good morning, everyone. Today is Friday, 25th of March, and we bring you some random news. People who work in the world of the field went out to warn the government that if things kept going this way, they would all go to waste. The guy who rules in Spain has decided to go on his own about the Sahara subject, and has sent a card to the guy living in Marruecos to tell him that Spain is no longer with the Saharian people. The price of the electricity is at 279 euros, and the Russia-Ukraine war situation doesn't have any major changes.
Well, the Russian-Ukraine issue remains the same, but a couple high-ranking Russian officials have let Putin down with the plan, saying something like, we don't see this move anymore. The one in charge in Spain says that now we are friends with Morocco again. And finally, a researcher named Dennis Sullivan has been given the Nobel Prize in Mathematics.
So, talking about the transport strike we talked about last week, the government has made a new proposal, but that has to get the transport people more angry, and they will continue the strike. Also, some of these people that work in the transport sector that are not participating in the strike has to drive escorted by the police, so they don't get attacked, because people that is in the strike they think that is the only way that they can get them to get their job in a better way, so they don't share that people don't participate in the strike. Also, last Sunday a manifestation took place in Madrid, but it was not only from the agriculture sector, it was also from the hunting sector. And what we mentioned last week about the government said about putting the limit on electricity in $180 the kilovatio, this week has been denied. On Tuesday they approved the Bono Cultural, that it's basically a payment of 400 euros that people born in 2004 will receive. It can be used in cultural things, cinema, books, museums, and other stuff. And in science we got that after a study they have get the conclusion that monkeys modify their vocabulary depending on who are you talking to. And that's all for this week.
Thank you, and now we'll move on to a short section with Juan and Javi that normally bring us really interesting things.
Hi.
Okay, so in today's short section, Javi and I will be talking about two crazy things that happened during this week. I will start up with the first one. There are some people who do really crazy and stupid things to get girls. However, this can be compared to what this Indian guy did. The name of this character is Jivan. He lives in London and he has wasted a total of $15,000 to create a whole website called Find Jivan a Wife, to obviously find himself a wife. He describes himself as a passionate guy who is growing a business. He says he really likes music and that he loves what he does in life. Therefore, he's always in a state of happiness and gratitude. He's really into spirituality and fitness, and he loves traveling. He says that COVID and the pandemic has made him be really lonely during the last year, and therefore he has created this movement to try to find somebody to be with. In his website you will find a form and a questionnaire that any girl can do to try to get to know him and have a date with him. This makes us really think about the culture of simping that has happened and has appeared in the last years, and how some people can end up doing really crazy things and humiliating things just to get girls. And to end up, I wanted to make an open question, and has anybody done a really funny thing just to get a girl?
Just to get a girl?
Yeah.
I don't know, have you?
No.
Will anyone admit it?
What we consider as a funny thing, that's important.
Something really simping.
Like, I don't know, just...
Like? Something
So
really?
you have to explain what simp is.
Simp, like...
Simping is not funny though.
Yourself
No, but simping is not funny, simping is like being
lame.
Yeah, but
Well, I don't know
it's
how to
funny
say.
if you aren't the one who is doing it.
What?
It's funny if you are the one who sees what the
okay.
other guy is doing.
Okay.
Like to make fun of him.
Something really
So
simp.
like, you're asking us if we have simp in order to get a girl.
Yeah.
For anybody who's not from your generation, can we explain what simp is? In Spanish, we say something like you pay for a lot of Fantas.
Yes.
Yeah, Fantas.
Yeah. Simp's a new word.
Yeah, well,
Simp
simp
is
is
like
for all the people when they're trying to get a girl and the girl says something, they do it. If the girl wants to go somewhere, they do it.
Yes,
Or you have a girlfriend and you act like...
Yeah, that's true.
So a yes man.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes man.
They say yes.
Yeah.
Yes to everything.
Yes, man. Like,
Because we used to say, for example, simping could be maybe people making songs to impress girls
No.
as well.
No.
So you
It's
say
not
no,
that.
so you wouldn't say that's simping.
It's not simping. I mean, it could be simping if you do it every single day and just so the girls like it. But if you do it, okay, I made a song because I like writing songs,
No,
and
but you're writing it
since
for
I
her.
like you, the song is for you. That's not simping.
So that could be seen as simping.
But no, it's not simping because since you like making songs and now you made a song about her because you feel like that, it's not simping. But for example, if you go to a party and you have a girlfriend, and the girlfriend says, let's leave, but you're having a lot of fun, and you leave, that is simping. And nah, I haven't. At least myself.
I think that nobody's going to say that they have simp because it's a really lame thing to do, and it would be, it would be stupid to just say it on the radio.
Well, maybe Ruben or Toyen could tell us something that they've done in the past.
Why do you take it for granted?
Because you're older than us, so you have
more experience, so there are more chances of simping.
That's it. It's just.
I have simped in the past for sure, but that gives you experience not to repeat certain things in the future. I think depending on your personality, because some people are more open or extrovert from the start and they have everything under control. But once you start dating people, I think it's necessary for you to simp for a while, so that then you don't do it anymore. Let's say, and by the time you stop doing it, and you have more experience, other people simp for you. You have a healthy relationship.
Just for simping.
And you see it a lot.
No, I think it's necessary to make mistakes for learning, I think.
You see it a lot because a lot of guys that say now, when they're with their friends, I won't simp. But then when a gal comes along and they really like the gal, then things change. Like I've seen it with friends. With friends that say, okay, I wouldn't do this, I wouldn't do that. And then when they meet a girl they really, really like, then they start doing all the things they say they wouldn't do.
Okay. I mean, it's true.
And that's a fact.
My man's speaking facts.
Okay. So wait. Okay. What? Okay. So maybe from Joaquin News, the last week, Elon Musk. I hope you guys know who Elon Musk is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
We
people
talked about him in the second hour of Valley FM last week, but you guys weren't there.
Perfect. Then I want to explain a thing. So on his Twitter account, he challenged Vladimir Putin, the president of Russia, to a fair one-on-one fight for Ukraine. His tweet was literally, "I hereby challenge Vladimir Putin," written in Russia, to single combat. Stakes are Ukraine, also written in Russian. So this situation is like kind of strange because it would be Elon Musk doesn't own Ukraine, and he will, and if the fight were to happen, we would lose Ukraine in like 10 seconds because it is said that Vladimir Putin has a black belt in karate, and Elon Musk wouldn't last 10 seconds in the fight. Also, I think that there has been a lot of jokes of Elon Musk being the savior of the world and all that. But if I were Ukraine, I wouldn't feel that happy, and I wouldn't take it as a joke, because they will be conquering my country, and people would be making fun of it. For example, so Joaquin, how would you take Elon Musk's commentary on this situation?
Maybe, I mean, it's funny, but maybe if you are Ukrainian, it's not that funny. But yeah, I think you don't have to take it too seriously because it's just some stupid things on Twitter. So yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that would be all for us.
I have an unpopular opinion for Elon Musk.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think people like him should have access to the internet because every time he makes a tweet, it's nonsense.
Yeah.
And he literally named his son XA12-1. It's not funny. It's
Yeah,
not funny. And
there's
he
a-
made it for the meme.
Yeah, there is a point where it's just lame. Yeah, I agree with you.
But it's just my unpopular opinion. So.
Yeah. Valley FM for freedom of speech, ladies and gentlemen.
He's kind of narcissistic, you know.
Yes.
He really likes himself. So now we'll move on to our TV show sections that we started last week, but we'll come back after a few ads with Natalia and Paula.
Are you tired of trance music? Do you want to escape of reality for a few minutes? Just listen to Nothing Good's band new single, Nerd, which will be released the next month in Spotify and YouTube. Its components are former students of this school who created the group in 2018. The last year they released 2 singles, Wilco and Late Night Club, and also gave several concerts. Don't forget to listen to this single when it's released, because Nothing Good is the band of the moment.
Tired of not getting gains at the gym?
Are you tired of not getting any chicks?
Are you tired of being fat and ugly? Become only ugly.
With our new Matcha Whey Protein, you will become the Arnold Schwarzenegger of your neighborhood gym.
Matcha Whey Protein is not only really healthy and helps you to supplement your diet, but it also has the magic that you need to get big.
Matcha Whey Protein, available at your local store.
Eat big and get big.
Matcha Whey Protein.
Hello guys, we are back and now we will go with the TV shows with Natalia and Paula.
Hi.
They
Hi.
will talk about One of Us is Lying and well, let's go.
Okay, so hi. Okay, so hi, we are Natalia and Paula, and today we would like to talk about the TV show One of Us is Lying. It is an American young adult mystery drama television series developed by Erika Sare. It is based on the 2017 novel by the same name by Karen M. McManus. It follows 5 high school students who enter detention, where one of them dies under suspicious circumstances and an investigation ensues. The dead student was about to reveal life-changing secrets about the others in a gossip app. Each of the students, Bronwyn, Addie, Nate, and Cooper, had the opportunity and individual motives to murder their classmate. but all claim to be innocent as the case revolves around which of one of them is lying.
Okay, so now I will talk about the casting. First, we have Marianly Tejada, who plays Bronwyn Rojas, who is an excellent student and very centered on her studies. She is one of the main suspects in the case. Then we have Annalisa Cochrane, who plays Addie Prentice, the popular girl. She is another of the students involved in the case. Then Cooper Van Grootel plays Nate Macaulay, a drug dealer that lives with an alcoholic father. He is the third suspect. Chiwekem Ugh, I hope I said it right, plays Cooper Clay, the popular boy and who plays baseball. He is the last suspect in the case. Then Mark McKenna plays Simon Keller, the dead student. He carried the gossip up where he published other students' secrets. Barrett Carnahan is Ray Riordan, Addie's boyfriend. He was Simon's childhood best friend. Jessica McLeod plays Janae, Simon's friend. Melissa Collazo plays Maeve Rojas, Bronwyn's sisters. And then George Ferrier plays TJ Forrester, who is Jake's and Addie's friend. Okay, so now I have a question for you all. Has somebody seen this series, or would you like to watch it based on what we've said?
I haven't watched it, but it looks good.
Do you like Mystery and Murder series?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you like Mystery and Murder or this series, we would recommend you to watch Defending Jacob, which is on Apple TV. It is a drama series based on the 2012 New York Times best-selling novel of the same name. The series tells the story of Andy Barber, who has been an assistant district attorney in his suburban Massachusetts country for more than 20 years. He is respected in his community, tenacious in the courtroom, and happy at home with his wife, Lori, and son, Jacob. But then, a shocking crime shatters their New England town. Andy is blindsided by what happens next.
His 14-year-old son is charged with the murder of a fellow student. Every parental instinct Andy has rails to protect his boy. Jacob insists that he's innocent, and Andy believes him. Andy to crumble, and the trial intensifies as the crisis reveals how little a father knows about his son. Andy will face a trial of his own, between loyalty and justice, between the truth and allegation, between a past he's tried to bury and a future he cannot conceive.
Well, I've seen this series not long ago, and I really liked it. I think Apple TV series are really good. They have really good quality. And what I love the most about this series is that it is also a thriller. So what keeps you watching it is that you never know if the son did it or not, because everything looks like he did it, but you cannot be sure.
Yeah, I haven't watched it, but for reading the plot and that, I think that it is very interesting, and I definitely watch it.
Well, thank you, and that was a really, really good section, and we always love it. Yeah, and now I would like to make a short debate, like a really, really short debate about the Ukraine situation with all the class. So if you quit playing with your phones a second and we'll talk. So what do you think about the situation in Ukraine right now? What do you feel about it? What are your sensations about it? Like the war in Ukraine.
I think that Putin is I don't want to swear in the radio, but I think that he's a deplorable person. I mean, I think he has no reasons in order to attack people who are Ukrainian people, which are like
civilians.
Just imagine that you are here in school for one day, and then the next day you're being bombed by Putin, just because you're Ukrainian. And the reason he says that he's doing that is that he's trying to make people free, because they
from
think
the Nazis' ideas of the
Yeah.
president of Ukraine, which doesn't make any sense because the grandfathers of the president are
he was
used,
assassinated.
No, he was.
No, he was assassinated by.
Oh, they
Poland.
were.
I think
Okay, they were.
He was
killed by-
assassinated by the Nazis.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense in that part.
And the saddest part
But-
about it, I think, that is that the Russian people don't have the information in order to know what Putin is doing.
But I think that Putin is just, trying to create again the
Reestablish
whole,
the urs.
yeah, the establish
Yes.
the urs. Yeah, I really think so. And he's smart, like he's really, really smart. My father told me.
He was the first on his class from the.
My father told me
from the
that he,
KGB.
when he was in the when he was a spy, he went to a German part of the city that wasn't really happy with Russians, and he got a lot of papers that were really important. He got out of a building and he saw like hundreds of people that were trying to get inside the building just to kill all the rest of the Russian people. He got there and he said, "Oh no, I'm just the traductor, and there's people inside is all with weapons, like really good weapons, and they're gonna kill you." The people believed him and they left. Like, he's smart. He's not stupid. He knows what he's doing, even though that he makes
He's
really
smart,
big
but
mistakes.
He's crazy.
Yeah, he's crazy. I mean, you don't do that if you're a normal person.
That's a worse thing when a smart person is crazy.
I think he's a
Because
psychopath.
if he
I really
was
think so.
stupid, probably. I think we can find a solution for the conflict. But the problem is that he's crazy, but he's so smart. So he's
Well, apart from that, Russia is very powerful. You can be crazy, but if you don't have the methods to
But the OTAN
to start a
is-
war,
the NATO is more powerful than Russia. So
Well,
I think that we shouldn't
well,
let but I think that
talking
we
about
should
nuclear bombs,
Yeah, okay,
Russia
but I think
is-
that-
Russia
but
is
just-
one of the-
but I think that we shouldn't let anyone to do that in the 21st century.
Do you know what are the dead hands? The dead hands is a thing that is prepared in the defense of Russia, and is in the first second that a nuclear bomb is directed to Russia.
Yeah, they put it on and then-
all the nuclear.
No, but I'm not saying. I'm not saying about
Occident is going to.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that we have to use the nuclear bombs against Russia, but I'm saying that we should have taken more drastic measures against them. But I'm not talking about military.
Yeah, but if you remember,
Ukraine doesn't.
No, but not Ukraine. The rest of the world, because we cannot
But
let that
if
anyone.
you
because,
remember-
because Russia wants, then that's
okay,
they,
I see
they
your
can take
point,
Ukraine.
but
So
also
no, but that rule of three, then China can say whatever they want to.
Tell you what, if you
If
get
you
into
remember-
the
because
nuclear war,
if we are pussies and we are not we're not
Well,
going to do
what
anything
if
about
Spain,
it.
If Spain gets into that
No,
war,
because
No,
we're
but
just-
it's not
but
getting a war. It's
I'm not saying
prevent the war by getting control.
Do you think
Get
that, for
control
example,
that not permit that a country with the size and the history that Russia has to let them be so
Well, I
powerful
think they
and,
have tried
and have
for
the
many years,
control
but-
of
The thing is that our-
80% of the
cannot
gas
do that
in Europe.
because
and-
then the dictator wouldn't be Putin. The dictator will be another person that will be part of the OTAN.
Yeah, but if,
you cannot do
if
that.
Europe
It's a-
if try to have a solution with gas instead of depend on the Russian gas, probably Russian wouldn't be so powerful that is right now.
No,
Look,
the thing is that
and that's
thing
the
is that
problem.
our
in
politicians-
Russia,
no,
the
listen.
80% of the money that is in Russia is just in the hand of 4 people.
No,
the
but
rest of the
yeah,
population
thing
is
that
really poor.
The mentalities
Yeah.
of our politicians are the opposite of Putin ones. As you said, like 5 minutes ago, Putin is crazy, and our politicians are scared of Putin, and we cannot do that because the NATO is way more powerful than Russia, and I don't know why we are the ones who are scared instead of having Russia under pressure, and in order
Because
for them to stop.
he
the war.
knows that we can't
Because we
attack
are,
I can
because
explain
we are
it.
scared about
I can explain it if you want. As Gonzalo said before, Putin is very smart. He's invading Ukraine because it's actually part of Russia.
Okay, but you're saying me that there's
Yeah,
no one
but
smarter
let
than
me explain.
Putin
Let
in
me
any
explain.
of the governments.
He wants
even in the US.
the nuclear plants of Ukraine, so he has more energy, because now we are scarce of energy.
Yes.
And now he's taking all of it for himself. So that's why it's happening. NATO cannot get involved because if he said that if one country of NATO gets involved, bad things that we never saw in history it's going to happen. And he has everyone by the balls.
And you
So
believe
that's
it.
why NATO is not
You
going to
believe
get
it.
involved.
Well,
But what's going on is Europe is still getting involved, but with sanctions. They're taking
But-
small sanctions
Yes, but
to
that's
prove
the,
a point.
That's the word. Small sanctions. Small sanctions are not going to stop Putin about.
guys, we are sorry, but we have to finish. We don't have more time. And with this cool debate, it was pretty good. we'll go with an interview of him.
Of Natalia, no, Lucia Alonso and Laura. There are a few students from our class with Natalia, Ivana, and Miñana. So I hope you enjoyed the interview because it's really, really interesting.
Hi, we are Natalia, Ivana, and Sergio, and today we are going to interview some students of the Social Baccalaureate.
How many hours do you study a week on average?
For an average, I think I have been studying all this year for like, I don't know, 2 hours maximum, or less, I think, like depending on the day. Or 1 hour and a half or 2 hours, but yeah, no more than that.
I study 6 hours a week. I try to study 1 hour on Mondays and Wednesdays and 2 hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
What do you want to study in the future?
Well, yeah, in the future, I'm thinking to study some kind of publicity or marketing, international relationships, career, like a degree on that, and then specialize on something related to the fashion. I always imagine myself working on something like that, related to the, I don't know, like creative director or based on, I don't know, publicity, on fashion kind of firm. But yeah, it's like my major dream.
Right now, I'm not very sure about what I want to study, but I think that something related with economy or maths or something like that.
What is your favorite subject from the social science option?
Complete question, but I would say, I think that no one is my, like, nothing in this year could be my favorite subject, but I would say economy, because for me, I think that is the most, or the subject that most made me understand how the world works, basically, in the countries, and yeah, very interesting subject.
My favorite subject of social science option is maths, because I think I'm good at them and also it entertains me.
What would be your dream job?
Well, I think that my dream job would be being an actress, but I don't think I'm prepared for that. So I think leading a company, it would be like my dream job.
Like I just said, I think that working on that, some kind or related to that, for me would be like a chase dream. Like I would feel myself like 100% complete, or full, because I would like in basically adore my my everyday life and enjoy myself and that, and yeah.
Do you think that your option is easier than the science one?
I don't think the social science option is more easier than the science one, because first of all, it has different subjects. So we study different things, and also depending on what you are studying, it has different levels of difficulty.
For that question, I think that always depends on the person you're asking for, because for me, for example, I would just said like obviously, like for sure yes. I think that it's easier for the part that all my life I've been like zero on those kind of subjects like maths, physics, chemistry, like I was like so bad at it. But maybe if you ask like a person from the biological background, they would say like the opposite, because I think that it's so vocational. Like if you like it, you will also enjoy yourself studying because you find it interesting. But for me, it's not the case. So I would say yes.
What advice would you give to people who want to study this type of baccalaureate?
My advice for them is to have clear what they want to study, and also that if you keep studying every day, you will have like very good marks. So it's not difficult.
So that was all for today. Thank you for having us. And since this was our last interview section, we would like to thank you all for listening to us in the past weeks.
So that was all for now, and we'll be back in a few seconds, well, in a few minutes, or in the time enough for the Esteban to, jerk off a little bit. But I hope he's with us the next week, since it's gonna probably be our last show for this class at least. And we'll see you in a few. Bye. I think we have an exam.
Hi everyone and welcome to Valley FM. Today I'm with my co-host Maria. How are
Hi
you?
everyone.
Well,
So today we are going to start off with English accents with the first group. Hi girls. Hi. Hi. So what are you going to talk about today?
Okay, so we are gonna talk a little bit about accents, but not to talk about them, more about how to imitate them. So we are gonna try to imitate 3 different accents, having a random conversation. So because we talked about this one day in class, so about like how we have a Spanish-English accent, and we can change it to an actual English accent that is not as Spanish. So yeah, we're gonna start with that. So Andrea, how are you?
Yeah, deep. I'm grand. Happy Slappy. Happy Slappy. I don't know, but this is happy.
What? Okay.
Laura, did you like
What? What?
Yeah,
I don't know what you're saying.
Mineral nasty or cool.
Okay. Okay. Do I say like drinks?
Yes, yeah.
Like if I like drinks.
Yeah, for sure.
No, I don't like them. So.
Okay, so how's everything going? Like, what things do you like?
I do like some pot parties and drawing, but my pencil is been jacked. So I have to buy a new one.
Okay, so the first question is, what's your accent? Anyone wants to guess what's she trying to make?
British?
But not British.
Not specific enough.
It is British, yes, but
Like-
which?
Whoa, careful with that, Ruben.
Within Britain, there are different nationalities.
Scottish.
No.
We'll come for you for
That's
saying
not
that accent is that British. Is
I've been trying to learn this accent for 20 years.
It's kind of difficult. But
It's so difficult.
So it's from England?
No.
No.
No, it's a choir one.
okay.
I have no
I mean,
idea.
you can think about it louder. You want to try your accent?
accent?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? It's actually, I think it's difficult to know what accent is mine because it can be like similar to other accents, and I think that not much people know how this accent works. So, do you want me to ask me something to people guess what is my accent?
How do you tell kids like colleges?
Call back people.
Yeah.
I say mate.
Oh, mate.
For example, I don't know if you know what accent is mine.
I do. I think I do.
Yeah, I think I've got it. So yeah, most of the last little hint. The last little hint.
Mate.
So yeah. Does anyone know what my accent is?
I don't know.
Australia?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, I'm gonna try mine. Sorry for the guest that is in this class. They may not know. I mean, I'm gonna try this accent, but it's gonna be terrible. So sorry. My accent is like I pronounce a lot the R's. For example, interesting. My O's are more like use, like should. I don't know. Also, I have a swearing word. Backballs. Fallback. Sorry. So I'm dyslexic. What can I say? So yeah. What do you think it was? Which accent? I mean, it's terrible. So it's difficult to guess. I know it's terrible. Scottish accent.
Yes. Fair play, Charles.
Okay, that was so random. Kieran, you wanna do a demonstration of the Scottish accent?
I just have to speak, I guess.
Yeah,
Is that
but
what you want me
if
to
you take
do?
your most British.
What should I say?
Going
should I be rude or
going
should
to-
I be nice? What should I
Going
say?
to the pub tonight. Are we?
We're going to the pub tonight to get smashed. Or are you going to be a ball bag again? There you go. There's a swear word and some British culture in there as well.
That's some joke.
Not bad. Are you the only one that we haven't got so far?
Yeah.
Anybody want to take a guess at this one?
They have an international party. It is like green with a small goblin, like green hat.
I have a clue.
Yeah.
Okay.
Irish.
Yeah.
That's really difficult.
I mean, to be honest, I think it was your best accent compared to mine or louder. But yeah, it's difficult to make the different accents.
Now I'm knackered.
The mental strain, yeah. Of
Yeah. Tired.
I was gonna say her accent is like from the Peaky Blinders.
A little bit, yeah, there was a little bit of that.
So, call it
I thought it was a good effort from all you guys, well done.
Well,
Actually, I thought the Australian was
to be fair, I was
possibly the
thinking
best.
Northern Ireland as far.
Yeah.
It's the same accent. So.
Yeah, Northern Ireland. Well, Northern Ireland, the difference is Northern Ireland is more like this is a legitimate pace process in Northern Ireland, whereas Southern Ireland is more beautiful and light and floaty, and like I'm going across a rainbow with a boat of beautiful flowers and things like that. That's the difference between the north and the south of Ireland, more or less, I think. Sorry to hijack that part.
Okay, thanks guys. We're gonna continue.
So the next group is going to do a little game with us. So what are you going to do today?
Hi everyone, today we are going to play a Who is Who game with celebrities.
one of us is going to have, like, all of us are gonna have one celebrity without knowing who they are, and we have to try and guess who is it about. So I'm Lucas, and I'm going to. Well, we are going to leave you in the comments who is who, like who has it, which character, so you can know if we are guessing it or not. We are not even close. So I'm going to try to start asking questions to guess my character. So is mine a boy or a girl?
It's a boy.
Oh, okay. You go.
Oh, so I asked you. Is he alive?
Yes.
Okay, my turn. Is a boy or a girl?
It's a girl.
And mine, it's boy or girl.
It's a girl.
Okay. Has mine anything to do with politics?
Yes, he does.
He does. Okay.
Now, is mine a boy or a girl?
A boy.
Okay.
Is mine related to the world of the TV programs or something like that?
Not really.
And mine is from any sport.
No.
No. Okay. It's mine European? A European politician?
He is not.
He's not. Alright.
Is mine related to politics?
No. He isn't.
Mine, is she related to the sport world?
No. She doesn't.
Mine is related with TV shows.
Yes.
She does. Okay, so mine is a politician, but not European. So is he from South America?
Close. Close.
Okay. Close. Alright.
A bit north. So, if he's not politician, chances are he's a businessman, probably.
Yeah.
Yes.
He is.
Right?
He is.
Okay, mine is not related to the TV and not a sports.
A girl.
A girl. Does she speak normally English or Spanish?
Her first language is Spanish, but she also speaks English.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt. We want to say hello to Sarah, that is always there, and we are always happy to have you here.
Hello, Sarah.
It's mine from Spain.
Yes.
Yes, he is. Okay, so mine has to be a politician from the United States. So and it's a man.
Yes.
So I'll go with Barack Obama.
Well,
no,
not
it's
quite,
not.
not quite. But he was equally important anyway.
Okay.
Now my question to you is, does mine work in something related to science or technology?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Is mine related to the music?
Yes, he is.
Okay.
It's mine in Telecinco TV show.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So I think I already have mine, and I would say he's Donald Trump.
Yes.
Very
Well.
good.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Finally, yes.
I win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
now,
Did you know who was your character?
I need to ask one question first. Does his son have a really weird name?
Yes.
yeah.
So you know who?
Yeah, Mask.
Yes.
That's right. And you?
No, I am.
You don't?
I don't even close because I only know that she's a girl and she sings. So.
And she speaks in Spanish.
Yeah, but
English. Look,
I don't know.
I'll give you a clue. She's married with a Barcelona football player.
Shakira.
That was quick.
You have to say her name twice.
Hmm?
Shakira.
Or else it doesn't count. I know it.
And yours?
I think I know mine is Belén Esteban.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was. Alright, so that's all.
it.
Okay, thank you very much. Now it's time for ads.
Of not getting gains at the gym?
Are you tired of not getting any chicks?
Are you tired of being fat and ugly? Become only ugly.
With our new Macho Whey protein, you will become the Arnold Schwarzenegger of your neighborhood gym.
Macho Whey protein is not only really healthy and helps you to supplement your diet, but it also has the magic that you need to get big.
Macho Whey protein, available at your local store.
Eat big and get big.
Macho Whey protein.
Valley FM. Everything the light touches is the valley. Valley.
Have you ever dreamed of being able to know what someone is thinking? Imagine knowing everything that people think of you without them really knowing that you read their thoughts. Here at Valley FM, we bring you an app called Did You Know That? Download it now.
Valley FM. It's not the Valley of the Fallen, it's the Valley of the Rockers.
You're listening to Valley FM.
Did you know that there are only two countries where Coca-Cola does not exist? These are North Korea and Cuba.
You want to learn more facts like this? Listen to our section on Valley Podcast.
Are you tired of watching Netflix alone? Did you cry watching The Kissing Booth? Do you want a Marco Diaz or Adriana Greste in your life? Do you spend more time in the friend zone than in your own home? Then download Salupa, a dating app for El Valle students. With this app, you will find your own Noah Flynn. Salupa, the best choice for your lonely life. Are you tired of watching Netflix alone? Did you cry watching Monsters, Inc.? Do you want an Emma Watson, Scarlett Johansson in your life? Do you spend more time in the friend zone than in your own home? Then download Salupa, a dating app for El Valle students. With this app, you will find your own Kate Beckett. Salupa, the best choice for your lonely life.
Okay, so we are back after a short break with our new guests who are going to talk about what the best sports are. So guys, what are the best sports?
Well, in my opinion, the best sport is the chess because it teaches you to concentrate, so you have to be attentive during the game. It helps you to develop creativity because you have to be creative to be able to solve the problem that the rival proposed to you. Can help you think anticipated, not make a rash decision, increase your logic because you need to be able to win, and increase your memory, and also it teaches you to be calm under pressure, so you have to be focused and at the same time being calm, and it is also a sport where your age doesn't matter.
I think that the best sport is scooter freestyle, not only to practice it, also because you can make a lot of friends doing it and learn things of other freestylers that are better than you. And it's very interesting to watch how the freestylers make tricks with the scooter and try to do these tricks later.
For me, the best sport is the football
because they are very interesting, playing and also watching him. For example, yesterday they played Macedonia versus Italy, and they win the poor team like is Macedonia, and this is very beautiful in the football that a poor team win other that are more big, and they also playing. They are very interesting because you play a team game and you make friends, and this is very good for me. For me, it's the best sport.
Yeah, and for me, the basketball is the best sports because it's a team sport where you can play with your friends, and it requires physical abilities and also tactical abilities, so it's very fun to play and also to watch it. For me, like the NBA, the America basketball, I think is very fun to watch because there are a lot of games, like 82 in a season, and also there are the postseason where are players that are knockout series of 7 games, and there are a lot of show and a lot of competition, and a lot of and what I like from basketball is that every team each year has the same amount of money to spend, so every team can win every year, and it's not like, for example, in football that are teams like PSG or Manchester City that has a lot of money and they are at the top, and the poor teams cannot compete with that team.
They have a draft as well, right?
Yes.
So the draft helps keep it equitable because the worst team, is that right?
Yes,
the worst team picks the best player from college, right?
Yes.
The same as in the NFL, the American football. It makes it better so that the big team can't stay big for that long. I think you're right.
Yes. And that's for me, the basketball is the best sport to watch and practice.
Are there any sports you don't like?
I don't like baseball because I don't understand it, and I don't like because to practice is very difficult, and to see it, I think I don't understand it.
And you guys?
Me, I don't like the chess because I think that that's not a sport.
He has a point.
It's like the Sudoku. You play Sudoku, it's not a sport. I don't like.
I don't like cricket because I don't understand that sport.
Well, I don't like rugby because I think it's always the same and it's very boring to watch.
Okay, thank you guys, that was very interesting. Now we are going to continue with our next group who are going to tell us about Santipath tips. Hi girls.
Hi, well, today we are going to give some tips for the Way of St. James. Also, we had given it another name and we refer to it as Santipath. So we think this could be useful as many students go in a week to the Santipath. So the first thing I will say is that you will need to breakfast every morning, because it's very important to have energy for the rest of the day.
Yes, also if you are going to carry a backpack with your luggage, it is important to make sure that it isn't too heavy, and also it could help you to do watch some videos to prepare for the backpack.
Another good tip is to don't wear your mountain boots out for the first time on the camino, because on the path, because they are a very strong shoe and it could make blisters on your feet. To prevent these blisters, you could apply Vaseline to your feet, or also take a needle and thread in case you get a blister.
Another thing I will say is if it's your first time, also you always need to be accompanied by someone in case you get lost.
And another tip is to wear a good rain jacket in case it rains, because we have to remember that in Galicia it rains a lot, and not only in Galicia, also in all the north of Spain it rains a lot. So a good rain jacket could really help you.
Okay, one moment. We have a listener asking if he should bring a bottle of water. What do you think?
That is very important to be very hydrated in case you to get energy because it's a long way to walk, and also to have a good breakfast to get energy. Mikel, for example, do you have any more tips to give us?
Yeah, there was a time, one day Igor said that our clothes should be like by layers. Like for example, to be prepared on the same day to have different weather conditions, because as he said, there was a day where it rained, was sunny, and then there was hail. And having a very big jacket can be very uncomfortable and can be occupying a lot of space in your backpack, so you should wear like thin layers of for rain when it's cold or when it's hot.
That's very important.
Yes, very good tip.
Okay, so that's all of our tips for Santiago.
And what's the thing you're most excited about?
For me, I think the nights are the best part because it's when all your friends like have, I would say, like a party, and you start like talking, and maybe you don't really sleep. I think it's the best part.
That's not a good tip.
Yes, but for me, it's the best thing of Santiago.
Yeah, the experience in general.
Yes.
Nice. Okay, so it's time for ads.
This is Valley FM.
Hey, did you hear Valley FM's back?
That's groovy.
Are you struggling to pass that stupid subject? Do you need some help with the next exam?
We have the best cheat notes of Santiago. We cover everything from S exams to bachelor exams.
Buy two and receive a free German cheat note. Brutal cheat notes. Simply brutal.
Es la leche.
Did you know that there are only two countries where Coca-Cola does not exist? These are North Korea and Cuba.
You want to learn more facts like this? Listen to our section on Valley Podcast.
Are you tired of watching Netflix alone? Did you cry watching Monsters Inc? Do you want an Emma Watson, Scarlett Johansson in your life?
Do you spend more time in the friend zone than in your own home?
Then download Salupa, a dating app for El Valle students.
With this app, you will find your own Kate Beckett.
Salupa, the best choice for your lonely life.
Okay, thanks for staying with us, and we're back with the next group, and they're going to talk about Simpsons.
Yes. Hello, Javi. How you doing?
What the fuck do you want, man?
I'm going just to send it. The Simpsons. Do they travel in time? I mean, they have something weird.
Yes.
But it's crazy. They have something.
I don't think so, because there are so many episodes that it might be coincidence that something is cleared here, but what do you think about it?
Okay, for the one who's listening, we are talking about Simpsons predictions.
Yes.
And it's something just stupid with the 11S. The
9/11, you mean?
Yes,
9/11.
sorry.
With Donald Trump, there once. Donald Trump. Like
yes,
they did a prediction.
There's
about
like
that.
a photo of Trump that is the same photo.
It was a video actually, like where he goes down the stairs of a mall or something.
Yes, I don't know if it's just a photo or a whole sequence, but yes, it's something just ridiculous. And I know Ruben is loving this discussion.
Actually.
Yeah. What do you think? Like, there's something weird. I don't know if
I don't think
the producers or what, but they have something.
I don't think they travel in time, but obviously,
No,
and you guys
I
know.
mean,
I think
when
they
I say
read,
traveling in time, I refer that they have something.
Yes, I think they read current affairs really well, and they know how to interpret what might happen when or if we went into an extreme, which they do that really well, I think. And that's
Yes, yeah, that could be possible.
I think there are many years of difference between when happens and when they said it. So it's ridiculous. So it's something.
Yeah, because the Trump episode was from the 2000, and when Trump was elected president, it was in the 2016.
Yes.
Yes, and
it's very crazy.
Also there, I don't know if someone here seen it, an episode that about the pandemic. That's ridiculous. It was like in the 93, I think, and it's from 2020. So
yeah,
it's ridiculous. I don't know. They have something. I don't know if it's related to the producers or what, or. But
I think it's just a coincidence.
Yeah, but too many coincidences.
Too many coincidences. That's the point.
There are also too many episodes.
Haven't they just made so many episodes that
No,
you can look
because-
back at some point in 1993 and find a reference to
Yeah,
something?
that's right.
Is that not coincidence? Yeah.
Yes, but a coincidence that a coincidence with the names, with the, for example, Trump is like the character looks like Trump. A coincidence
Because
in
it
the
was
day
Trump.
where things happen. Yes, it was Trump, so it's not a coincidence at all.
Exactly,
Because-
because he was already in the
Yes, but
politics.
In 2000, Trump was. I don't know. Maybe he was. I don't know.
was.
In the
Was obviously
2000s,
one.
we all know that Trump has always been a very well-off guy in the United States, but I don't know if he was. Or, for example, the pandemic was in '93 and it happened in 2020.
But
And they also give the name of coronavirus to the pandemic. So names, dates.
The name?
think
Yes,
they called it coronavirus.
Yes, there's a picture that in the news of the Simpsons is the guy who talk about the news, and it appears in his leg coronavirus. Yes.
I really think it's the amount of episodes, because if tomorrow dolphins start killing people in the sea, there is an episode where the dolphins are killing people. So I think there are too many episodes.
I've always worried about that.
I don't think it's just coincidence. They have something.
What do you think, Miguel?
Well, I think that coincidences are what's most likely to be happening here, but they're very, very specific sometimes. It's
Yes,
scary. Like
and-
it gives me like, I don't know.
Yeah, because in the newspaper, in the 9/11, there was a newspaper with the 9 bucks and then the Twin Towers making a 9/11. So it's very, the coincidences are very like curious, because in fact that one is very clear that is, I don't know if they search up something or I don't know what happened, but it was a total prediction.
Perhaps we're also affected by, because there is such an international phenomenon, a lot of people take choices with episodes they've seen in the back of their heads. So maybe because those ideas are there, we've been incepted to act like that. Maybe the world has.
I don't
You
know.
think? No?
I don't know about that.
Maybe but I don't think the Simpsons has that much influence. Yes, they have influence for the fans and that, but influence that make people act like that. I don't know. That, like, for example, what you are saying is that when in the Simpsons is appear Burns with a photo of the Notre Dame burning. So do you think that people who seen that can have some influence?
I think it's a possibility that someone is as twisted, mentally speaking, to think of doing something like that, of imitating something they saw in a series, and it's not it wouldn't be a first, but because The Simpsons is always there, we notice it more often. Maybe we say, oh look, this was in The Simpsons. Maybe it was also in 1,000 other series, but they didn't have as much attention. Maybe it's that.
Should maybe be the capacity.
I still believe in that they have something.
Okay, guys, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So the next group is going to rank phone apps.
As Miguel says, today what we are going to talk about is a top 5 of the best mobile phone apps. So tell me, which ones do you consider the best 5 applications?
Well, let's start from the bottom. My top 5 application is Citymapper, which for the ones that don't know who that application is an app where you can search for a location and it appears to you all the buses and taxis and Ubers that you can take to go to that place.
I don't like Citymapper because I don't understand it, and I prefer Google Maps.
Yes, but in Google Maps you can. It's like easier on the other app. It's easier on the other app in Citymapper than in Google Maps to save some locations and houses of your friends or like specific places. To when you want to go there, is like just press that button and go.
Me as Marta, I prefer Google Maps because Citymapper doesn't work well. Yes, I don't like it. And you don't need to save location if you go so many times because you now know how to go.
You really know the name of the address, like the address of all your friends?
Yes.
No, but if I go so many times, now I know how to
You
go.
have to save the address of your house.
No, but
Well, sometimes I forgot.
Okay. The next one for me is going to be Instagram because I like it, but it's not on my top 3. Sometimes it can just be really boring, and I don't know. When you have watched so many stories, for me it's like you don't have anything more to do.
I agree with Mario.
For me, one of the best apps is TikTok because you can have a lot of content in a single app. What do you think? I like also.
Yes, me too. But what I don't like of TikTok is that when you enter there, you don't know how to exit because you start scrolling and scrolling.
It's too
in the
addictive,
app,
yeah.
and you don't know how to stop.
Yeah. It happens when you take a break from studying and then you have passed an hour, 2
or 2.
Okay.
And now, in my opinion, the best application of mobile phone is Twitter because you can stay on the news and also the excitement when you find someone that you know on Twitter is something that doesn't compare to anything.
I agree with you.
Okay, so thank you very much, girls, and thank you all for coming here today, and goodbye.